Hey guys, this is me, Tyler here, and I want to discuss something, this concept of flake theory. Many people have probably heard of this from the great Andrew Henderson from Nomad Capitalist. Right now we're experiencing such horrific events around the world, and I only see it getting worse. Your government, or our government, is not looking out for our best interest. You see this with wars now that are breaking out worldwide. And yes, many people here are going to say, oh, there's nowhere to run to, but I can assure you there are better places that you can be. You can find a place that's more suitable, that's going to protect you, or at least you can protect yourself. This is so critical, and this is where we get into flake theory. This is planting multiple flakes in various places, assets in different places, say having residency or passports in 2, 3, 4 plus different countries. The key behind flake theory, though, is that at some point, one country that you have residency or a passport in could go south. We saw this during 2020. If you didn't have a second passport and a second residency also, you could be screwed over. We saw in Australia, they wouldn't let their citizens back into their own freaking country. It was horrible. And that's where flake theory also gets to the more positive additions to your life. If you feel screwed over with dating, or you may not be into dating at all, maybe you don't want to financially support all these single mothers or fathers with your taxes. You feel these people should fend for themselves, their families should help them, we shouldn't be backing them. Flake theory helps to mitigate this situation. You potentially could go somewhere else, find a girlfriend or find a wife somewhere. If you feel like you're getting screwed in your own dating market here stateside, there may be a lot of social issues that you're against in your own country, and you feel that country better represents you. Planting flags is the best insurance policy with the world that we're going into. I personally am not one that's big into the global economy that we have now, for more reasons than not, but you still have to find ways to utilize that to your advantage, because unfortunately I don't really see it going the other direction in the future, at least from an economic standpoint. Corporations, for example, control most of the underworkings of certainly Western countries, and I think often even Eastern countries. But the key here is to realize that no one's going to help you. You're on your own. You have to fend for yourself. And I know some people don't like the ideal, I won't be with my family, I won't be with such and such loved one, but chances are they're not going to be around forever. We know that. And are they looking out for your best interest? Do they really care about your long-term potential? Probably not. Everyone has their own selfish motives. You might be losing plus opportunities in other countries rather than staying in your own country, kind of being pulled down. There's a YouTuber actually I follow. His name is Jack Tiss, and he's from England, of all places. I followed him now for about 3 months. He's a black pillar, and he has an interesting situation. He's about 11 or 12 years older than me. He's 42 or 43. Is in not a great economic situation, has been job hopping from job to job. This guy, though, no college degree, has a prolific understanding kind of the way I think the world actually operates. He could be giving lectures at universities for big events. Of course, he doesn't have the credentials, he doesn't have the elitist connections, so at least for the time being, it's unlikely to happen. But if you watch Jack, he's a realist about what's actually happening right now in our society. But I've told the guy he doesn't have a lot of money, maybe at 500 quid, as the Brits say, that's like 500 pounds, maybe less. But I've said, go elsewhere. Maybe go to a neighboring European country and seek better opportunities. He was actually a professional boxer also in his earlier days. I've told him, you could become a really high-ranked professional boxing trainer or manager somewhere else. Even in America, they might really latch on to someone like you with this English accent and this different perspective from a different country. Will he do that? I don't know. But prime example, he's treated at the lowest of low in his own city in England, but there's other places, whether it be in Europe, Americas, Asia, and he could be doing exceptionally well, not living hand to mouth, having to live with a family member in their apartment and be just struggling to make money. There's always greener grass on the other side. Our elites like to tell us that's not true. This is a fake expression, but I don't think it is. I think there's a lot of merit to it. My brother's another good example. He was nearly destitute, homeless in Estonia, of all places, 5 years ago, and now he is absolutely balling it, like living down in Argentina. He is doing really well for himself. He pulled himself up. He knew at one point he had to switch countries. He's lived in like 9 different countries since about age 21. He's a prolific example of someone that seized the opportunity, took the risk, and then just stand around. And that's the other thing. A lot of folks now are just too intimidated to do something. They're too afraid to do something. It's maybe uncomfortable enough to put out X amount of money, but what flake theory has shown us with many guys, not just Andrew Henderson, eventually all those costs you put out will probably, you'll reap way more profits on the back end from it. It may be expensive, it may be uncomfortable on the front end, and also those same people are going to at least be able to tell others, yes, I did this, even if it didn't work out, even if like there didn't work in my favor, at least I tried. It's not like guys sitting in their mom's basement complaining about dating and stuff, or complaining about other situations in their home country, rather than at least take action and try take chances elsewhere and make a move, rather than just sit on their hands expecting the government to come in and to handle the situation properly. That's just how society is now, and it's not to say it's kind of been like this through most of history. You're either in fight or flight mode. When situations get out of hand, you're either going to fight the opponent, that might even be the government, or you're going to run to greener pastures. Maybe they won't be greener pastures, but you have to make a decision there. And flake theory is really, I think, the most useful and practical. As I said, it goes back to governments and to how the economies run around the world. The fact corporations actually run the show nowadays, not countries per se. But give me your feedback here, everyone, and thanks for watching the video.